What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Psybient. However, I don't have any more information beyond that. I talked about this at the end of my reaction to Kronos' Natural Crystal. Basically, most of my ambient sets, I have like 300 Psybient sets, which will eventually be part of my ambient excursion playlist, which is to say there's over 100 mixes in the playlist now, but we're really just kind of getting into it. There's still more to come than have already been posted. But one of the ones from relatively early when I started to put together these kind of mixes, it was probably from like 2012, 2013, a couple of years before I started doing the Ambient Excursion show on Pure Radio. One of the mixes is called Waves of Spacetime. It's already up on the channel, but if you go look at the video, you'll see that I didn't remember, or I couldn't find a track list, which is really anomalous. Like from the earliest days of doing Psybient mixes, I made a point to write down tracks in all mixes. You know, last like decade or so, I've been pretty good. Anytime I record a set of any kind, I write down the track list immediately after recording it. But for whatever reason, I didn't have one for Waves of Spacetime. Now, in the comments, I wrote, you know, a couple of the tracks that I very clearly recognize that I know very well. So I wrote, you know, those tracks. Okay, it starts with this one, and then there's this one, and then later on there's this one. There's now another one that I'm going to be able to add because I remembered Kronos Natural Crystal. But in that set, right before Kronos Natural Crystal, there's a track that I love, I absolutely adore, but I don't remember what it's called. So not only can I not like look for it, I know what it sounds like, but I don't know artist, label, anything. So I can't like look through my own collection on my music computer because I don't know what I'm looking for. And YouTube did not identify it. They identified 6 tracks in Waves of Spacetime, a few of which, again, Natural Crystal, that's actually how I remembered what that track was called, because when I went to post that mix, I was like, dude, like, I know that, but I couldn't remember it. But it wasn't able to identify this tune. So, bottom line, I don't know what we're about to listen to. Hopefully YouTube will identify it, you know, if it's in isolation, not part of a larger mix. If it doesn't, you know, perhaps someone will come along at some point and say, hey, I know what that is. But this is a tune that's in my collection of Psybient on my music computer. I just don't remember what it's called. So we're going to listen to it as part of the Waves of Spacetime mix. So there's probably going to be a couple samples from Neil deGrasse Tyson along the way, because that's the source that I used when I sampled in the mix Waves of Spacetime. So with all that set up, this is a mystery Psybient tune taken from my mix Waves of Spacetime, which, let me see what year this is. 2014. It's a little later than I would have thought. So it's a tune that could be as late as 2014, though I'm guessing it's probably from a year or two at least before that. Here we go.
To make this journey, we'll need imagination. But imagination alone is not enough, because the reality of nature is far more wondrous than anything we can imagine.
High and tight electrical layer. difficult to comprehend beings exist. It's like we're listening to like dreams of the cosmos.
We're about to begin a journey that will take us from the infinitesimal to the infinite, from the dawn of time to the distant future.
And yeah, that's the beginning of Natural Crystal. Wow, that tune was even more sublime and profound than I remember. That like really hit me emotionally. Yeah, top tune. I don't know where that place is that is sonically depicted in the track, but I would love to live there. I guess the best we can hope for is to visit it through tracks like that. But yeah, just unbelievable. I don't even know what to say at this point. So yeah, I would say there's a few artists I have in mind that it might be just based on other tunes they've done and how powerfully they move me. The artists like Zymosis, Chronos, Astropilot, E Mantra. There are a few artists I would not be surprised to learn that is. But I guess, and we can hope that YouTube will help identify it. But yeah, let me know what you think of that one. That was a really profound and powerful tune to my ears and brain. Be curious to hear what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.